everybody, and welcome to Try Sport, where we talk everything about cricket, football, and motorsports. In today's video, we're going to be doing a preview of the Bahrain Grand Prix related to Formula 1 and a small segment about the Qatar Grand Prix, which is related to MotoGP. Let's get into the video, and before we get into the video, make sure to like and subscribe. Now, let's get into the video. Starting with the schedule, however, we have just the normal schedule: FP1 and FP2 on Friday, FP3 and qualifying on Saturday, and the race on Sunday. Well, the dates are 11th, 12th and 13th, and let's look at the track now. Now, the Bahrain track has many layouts, but now we are following the Grand Prix layout. And as listed here are the other layouts, but we're only going to discuss about the Grand Prix layout, which has 15 turns and 3 chicanes at turn 4, turn 10 and turn 12. Now, that is the track overview, and I'm going to keep the track at a side for your reference. And we're also going to keep the schedule at the side just for reference. Now, let's talk about some of the storylines which are going to be there in the Bahrain Grand Prix. I felt like there were 4 main storylines coming into the Bahrain Grand Prix. The first one being the Red Bull Chaos. The Red Bull Chaos started off with Liam Lawson. Liam Lawson was promoted at the end of the 2024 season and, expected to do well in the Red Bull that Max Verstappen won the championship in. Well, Max Verstappen hasn't said good things about the car. However, after just 2 races, not giving Liam Lawson enough time, in my opinion, they demoted him to the sister team, VCOB. Obviously, Max Verstappen won the Japanese Grand Prix pretty nicely, defending off the 2 rocket ship McLarens, and did really well in that Red Bull, even though he doesn't praise it. Yuki Tsunoda having a much awaited promotion to Red Bull in a shocking manner because demoting Liam Lawson to the sister team. And then you have Isaac Hadjar, who scored more points than Liam Lawson and Yuki Tsunoda in a VCARB combined, by the way. So this is the Red Bull saga, and I don't like how it's going because Red Bull in the constructors currently right now are in 3rd with 61 points. Max Verstappen is 2nd in the World Drivers' Championship with 61 points. You know how Red Bull is going. Red Bull is getting carried by Max Verstappen, while the second driver curse continues by not even scoring 1 point. While Liam Lawson has gone retired and finished an abysmal spot in the Chinese Grand Prix, and that was enough for Red Bull's management to demote him to the sister team. Yuki Tsunoda got 3 points and he got promoted. However, after that, in the Japanese Grand Prix, literally, Isaac Hadjar, who's a rookie in the V Cup, got more points. And I think this is just chaos, in my opinion. I think at this point, Max Verstappen should go to that sister team. And, he's probably going to be ahead of the McLarens by a mile. After that, you have the McLaren saga itself. Because not letting Oscar Piastri overtake Lando Norris is one of the few discussions that are happening that there might be a rift upcoming from Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri. And after that, you have Ferrari and Mercedes, how the Lewis Hamilton teams, his former team and his current team, are doing. Well, Mercedes themselves, they're doing really well. 2nd in the Constructors' Championship, got a really nice rookie up their hands, Andrea Kimi Antonelli. And then you also have, George Russell, who's racking up consistent points in the top 5 somewhere. But then after that, you have Ferrari. And Ferrari fans, I'm about to do a complete yap fest because Ferrari have absolutely bottled everything this year. First race, the pit lane crew was, absolutely pointless, or you could say they were just doing nothing there. My seat is full of water, must be the water. Yeah. And then after that, you have China, where both of them got disqualified. And you could say Japan was better because Leclerc got 4th, P4. However, Lewis Hamilton got P8. And they're getting better, I would say. And I feel like they are trying to make a comeback slowly but steadily, and I think Bahrain will be a major factor because it'll actually show if they are improving or they're just ups and downs and inconsistency. Last and major storyline is how Alpine are doing right now. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing it correctly, but But Alpine are doing shambolic right now. They're on 0 points. Pierre Gasly is not getting the points he used to. Jack Doohan is crashing the car in FP2 and might be replaced by Franco Colapinto, which is worrying for him because he's a rookie and he probably needs more time. However, though, I just think that, it's a hell of a situation. Now let's get into my 3 predictions. Now, getting into one of my predictions, which is going to be my top 3, not in order, not in any sort of order, are going to be Max Verstappen, Lando Norris, and Oscar Piastri. I know you might say it's a classic, common, boring prediction, but maybe someone like George Russell or Lewis Hamilton or one of the Ferraris might ruin my prediction, but I'll still stick with Oscar Piastri, Lando Norris, and Max Verstappen. Not in any order, by the way. Now, after that, you are going to have the Red Bull order, which is going to be my second prediction. Now, all the 4 drivers which are from Red Bull or Red Bull sister team are going to be in this order, in my opinion. You're going to have Liam Lawson, Yuki Tsunoda, Isaac Hadjar, and Max Verstappen. I think Isaac Hadjar might get points along with Yuki Tsunoda, but I don't think Liam Lawson might be able to rack points, or he might be even ahead of Yuki Tsunoda. But my prediction is that Liam Lawson, Yuki Tsunoda, Isaac Hadjar, and Max Verstappen in order are gonna finish the Bahrain Grand Prix. And my last prediction is that Fernando Alonso is going to rack up points in Bahrain. I'm not going to tell which position, but I just feel like Fernando, I think it's time for him to wake up, and I think he's going to score some points in the Bahrain Grand Prix. Now, that is the end of my preview. I hope you guys liked it. However, we still have one more thing to talk about. Talking about MotoGP, the Qatar Grand Prix Lusail International Circuit. Now, I want to talk about 5 top-notch drivers, or you could say riders here, who are going to look to make a mark on this Grand Prix. Well, firstly, you have Marc Marquez, who got a DNF in the last Grand Prix, and he's looking to make a mark, no pun intended, against his brother, Alex Marquez. Alex Marquez is leading the championship by 1 point and is looking to fend off Francisco Bagnaia, also well as his brother. Francisco Bagnaia, also known as Pecco, is looking to extend his winning streak as he won the last Grand Prix. And after that, you have Franco Morbidelli, who is kind of an underrated driver who's trying to get a podium or what. You also have Jorge Martin, who is trying to come back after he missed the last Grand Prix. Now that's the end of the video, guys. I hope you liked it. Make sure to like and subscribe and comment down below if you want us to do more reports of motorsports. And I'll see you all in the next one. Try Sport out.